As a K-pop idol, getting attention from the public is definitely the most desirable goal. However, that also goes hand in hand with the extreme scrutiny since netizens are always strict about everything idols do, especially their performances. These are 4 female idols that are often referred to as lazy dancers of K-pop, as many people believe they are doing their job in an expressionless and half-hearted way. Number 1. Winter, espa. On May 30th, 2022, an internet user on NatePan shared a post titled "espa's Winter is getting so much hate on YouTube because of her lazy dancing." The post included several gifs of espa during their recent Korea University Musical Festival performances on the 26th of the same month. Some noticed that while Karina and Giselle danced passionately and whipped their hair all over, Winter did not perform with the same strength and even didn't rotate her head all 3 times. This made many netizens extremely angry as they believe that Winter didn't respect them even though they spent tons of money to invite espa to their university. A fan also said that even though her bias is Winter, she was so disappointed this time when watching Winter's fan cam. Another time, Winter was also said to have repeated the same controversial behavior when performing with espa at Wonyoung University Festival. That day, Winter showed up with 2 cute pigtails that made netizens burst with non-stop compliments. However, maybe in an attempt to prevent that perfect hair from being ruined, Winter didn't do the hair flipping movement like the other members but stood still for a few seconds. Many people said that even the backup dancers did this move more enthusiastically than she did. On the other hand, Winter's fans believed it's unfair to say that she's lazy just because she didn't flip her hair. It can be seen that Winter's hairstyle on both stages were sophisticated, thus making it difficult for her to move her head. Proof is her performance in this dance practice video when she wasn't giving such complicated hairstyles by stylists. However, that's not the only time Winter has been criticized for being lazy on stage. During the step back performance with GOT, she was also bashed for her half-hearted dance performance. While the other members synchronously made body waves with intense concentration, creating a very satisfying moment, Winter just slightly leaned her body backward, creating a lack of enthusiasm, especially when compared to Leehyeon, who was wholeheartedly performing next to her. Some noticed that Winter even left the lineup before the choreography even ended. After the controversy broke out on the internet, Winter hit the headlines of several national and international news sites. On Twitter, the hashtag winter_espa_lazy even attracted almost 7,600 tweets, with netizens regarding her dance movements as stiff and expressionless. Despite the backlash, many have defended Winter from the accusations. Some of Winter's supporters claim that netizens were just making a mountain out of a molehill since everybody makes mistakes once in a while, and it is possible that Winter was tired at that time. Number 2. Wonyoung IVE. Renowned for her radiant visuals and princess-like aura, Wonyoung is clearly the most popular girl among IVE members. However, her reputation was negatively affected by several scandals and rumors, one of which is the lazy dancing accusations on IVE's Music Bank stage on December 3, 2021. Netizens pointed out that Wonyoung performed her dance movements perfunctorily. Not only did she display less power than the other members, but she also skipped the hair flip in the choreography. Not only that, Wonyoung was also scrutinized for dancing off beat, forgetting the choreography and ruining the performance of the whole group. It is quite clear to the public's eyes that her dancing was slower and not in sync with the other members. As the clip attracted almost 5 million views on YouTube, Wonyoung was mocked for refusing to perform the choreography properly, for fear of having her pretty hair ruined. Some even said she might be diagnosed with princess sickness for being self-centered and not paying enough attention to her work. Nevertheless, many fans said that netizens should sympathize with this 18-year-old idol instead of harshly pouring scorn on her for a trivial mistake. They argued that her schedule was extremely packed and she barely even had any time to rest. Before performing at Music Bank, she spent 5 hours working as an MC at AAA 2021 on December 2, which ended very late. Yet she still had to continue to prepare for the stage at KBS Studio and had only a few hours of sleep. Thus, it's possible that Wonyoung's performance was affected by the pressure of time and the busy schedule. And the fact that she is accused of being lazy is totally baseless, as on another stage, even though her knees and hands were seriously injured, she still managed to endure the pain and tried her best to finish the performance. Number 3. Leah ITZY. Albeit being regarded as one of the most talented K-pop Gen 4 artists, Leah has been caught up in the lazy dancing controversies several times. Back in 2019, when ITZY's relay dance video to Dala Dala taken at the 2019 KCON Thailand was released, Leah received tons of criticism for being a lazy dancer. While the other members all performed the dance moves enthusiastically and decisively, Leah was said to have only done it superficially, as if she was being forced to do so. Many netizens even commented that she seems tired and doesn't even try. Such online opinions fueled ITZY's fans to come to Leah's defense, claiming that the girls were only having fun, not performing, so there was no need to criticize Leah for enjoying a good time with her group members and fans. Over time, the criticism died down. However, once again, the backlash returned on March 12, 2020 on the Idol radio stage as the group promoted their new song Wannabe with an amazing in-studio dance performance. As soon as the video was uploaded on YouTube, it stirred up controversies surrounding Leah's true dancing ability again. Netizens noticed that she continuously messed up the iconic arm moves and even danced off beat. Her movements were also said to be lackluster and half-hearted, not matching the energy of the remaining members. When the criticism circulated online, K-pop fans found themselves split. While some agreed that Leah needed to spend more time practicing and improving her dance skills, some claimed that she delivered satisfying enough performances, and that her role in the group is not emphasized in dancing but in singing. Leah's fans believe that as the main vocalist, she needs to focus more on her vocal projection to ensure the perfect pitch and spend more time with her vocal coach. Nevertheless, Leah still strives for better, and her choreography has been greatly improved compared to her early days. Her supporters claim that for all the efforts she had made, Leah doesn't deserve that lazy dancer label. Number 4. Chaeyong Twice. Being a respectable senior in K-pop industry with countless awards and achievements, Chaeyong still could not avoid the lazy dancing controversy. Ever since her debut days, Chaeyong has been criticized for her lackluster choreography, especially the jumping part of the debut song like Ooh Ah. It is noticeable that her jump was not as high as other members, and she seemed to be dancing offbeat compared to the rest. Her performance was also said to not match up with the youthful and fresh energy of other members of Twice. Additionally, considering this was their debut song, Chaeyong's supporters from the show 16 were quite let down, since they did their best to help her debut, yet her performance in the group was somehow disappointing. At that time, netizens constantly criticized the female idol for being unprofessional and self-absorbed, as Twice's reputation was on the rise. However, Chaeyong's fans believe that people shouldn't label her as a lazy dancer just because her jumps are not high enough, because she is most likely not a good balancer. So if she jumps high, she will easily fall. Proof is that in one stage, when Chaeyong tried to jump as high as the other members, she immediately staggered and nearly fell when her feet hit the ground. So, do you find netizens' lazy accusations against these idols reasonable or baseless? Comment down below to share your thoughts with us. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting K-pop content. Thank you for watching!